I have been wanting to learn oil painting for at least 2 years. And I have done a lot of hunting, a lot of searching, and I have never found anything that fit my needs until now. There is no course out there. There are plenty, but there's no painting course out there quite like this. I'm Shai and this is the Shai Creative. Today I'm going to share with you a painting course that I started and I'm going to show you my work. The thing that's really funny about it is I really didn't think anything like this was out there, and when I did my homework, when I did my research to find out how genuine this particular company was, in the end I thought, okay, I cannot find anything but questions where people were saying, are they genuine? Is this real? And I thought, well, I've not found anything like, oh my God, we've been conned. Oh my goodness, you know, they've taken my money and I haven't had the items through, etc. Nothing like that whatsoever. So that was a good start. In the end, I thought, you know what, if you really want to do this, you've just got to dive in. Because one of my first concerns was customs. Am I going to have to pay customs when products come through? Because they ship the products out to you. Everything you need, obviously except the easel, everything you need, they ship. All you need to have is some tissues, gloves maybe if you need them, latex gloves, and an easel. Everything else is in that box. Flipping amazing. The thing I was concerned about was the customs. Am I going to have to pay that when that comes through? But then I asked myself, do you really want to learn to paint? Are you going to let customs stop you from learning to oil paint? No. In the end, I didn't need to pay that anyway, so that was great. The other point about customs is, whenever you buy products from a company online, from another country, they are not responsible for customs. They don't control customs. It's nothing to do with them. It's just something governments and trades are setting up, etc. So that's just a quick aside. But let me tell you about this course. Let me show you what's been happening and why I'm so excited to tell you about it. Firstly, I am not sponsored in any way, shape or form to share this with you. It literally is something that I was excited about and I'm still excited. All the materials you need are sent through the post regardless of your location. So it doesn't matter where you are, they will send the materials through to you. One of the best things about learning to paint is if you can have the best quality materials possible, then you're off to a running start, because there's nothing worse than using cheap paint, because that way nothing is going to work right. Everything just feels frustrating and it's just hard work. I've used cheap materials before and it really just doesn't work. It doesn't produce the results you're looking for. And what I really liked about this company was how they started you off on the best footing. The Evolve Artist Training Program has and is the best training program I've ever come across. I really have never seen anything like it. You get these training videos online that you will work through. When you complete the part, so there's like block 1 and you have 20 lessons in block 1 and you've got all these paintings that you have to do, but they will show you what you have to do, how it's done, and you literally just follow the lesson. It literally is the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Do not deviate in any way, shape or form. Doesn't matter how much you think you know about painting, doesn't matter how much perhaps even how much experience you had, I would say you have so much you can still learn. It's amazing. I'm still quite stunned actually, and I'm so, oh God, honestly, I'm just excited. I would truly recommend it. So when you've done one of your paintings, you submit it, and they will mark it for you. And you get this feedback, which you will look at, you will check, you will go through, and you will follow the advice that will lead you through to the next painting. For example, if your line work on your paintings are not quite straight, they will tell you. If the thickness of your paint isn't correct, they will tell you everything you need to know. And you might think, how can they possibly know that? They know because they've been doing it long enough to know. And the fact is, you're taking the course because you don't know. That's what I have to tell myself. It's so funny. I've only just finished block 1 and I'm just buzzing. In the foundation, with the very first part, you get to learn value and form, get into grips with light and shadow, form and depth. If you are stuck, you can get in touch and you can book a one-to-one session. That's all included in the cost of the course. And they have sessions that they will do live. But if you are somewhere in the world like I am, that when they're having those sessions live, for you it'd be like midnight, you can always watch the recording because it's always there. There is their Facebook group, there are groups you can join. They have live drawing or painting sessions, whatever work you want to work on. There are people there who are doing it at the same time and you can just work together. It really has been, even though there are 8 blocks and I'm only on block 1, it really has been a fantastic experience. I would wholeheartedly recommend anybody who wants to learn to paint to take this course. Like I said, I'm not being sponsored. They haven't asked me to do this. I'm sharing it with you because if you're a creative, if you want to learn to paint, if it's something you want to add to your skills, if you feel like, well, I'm painting, but something's just not working, you will not regret it. That's all I'm going to say. You will not regret it. What do I like most about the course? Just the way it is structured. That is what I like most. So it's a bit like when you're baking a cake. The first thing you've got to make sure you have is all your ingredients, your tools like your weighing scales, your mixing bowls, spoon, etc. But there's a layering so that when you're baking your cake, all these ingredients have got to go in, and they go in a specific order. So what you're doing is layering. The same thing with this course. You are starting from the basics. A couple of weeks ago, I showed you my very first sketchbook with my cylinders and my boxes and squares, all the things that look quite scary when I look back at them now. So it's actually quite funny. It literally, I'm back there. I'm back with my boxes and cylinders. And the funny thing is, I said, whatever you learn when it comes to art, you always end up with a cylinder or a square somewhere. And that's exactly where I am. Back with my cylinders and squares. I finished block 1 yesterday. I'm starting block 2. In fact, my next module came through because they don't release the whole course. That's the other thing I almost forgot to say. They do not release everything in one hit. Most courses, in fact, all the courses I've ever taken, everything is just open. And then you go, oh, it's all too much. And then, which is human nature, and you're gonna do this, you start looking through everything. What I really appreciate is this is released as you go through. If you need to repeat any of your lessons, they will tell you. When they are happy and you've done as required, then they unlock, so to speak, the next part and you can move on. I know I would be looking ahead and then I'd go, oh my God, no, it's too much. And then you start feeling overwhelmed. This way, you literally are doing it a step at a time. Step at a time. Let me show you. Oh my God. I seem to be in the mood for showing you all my scary artwork. I'm going to show you some artwork or painting. Let me just call it a random painting. Well, it wasn't random actually. It was a life drawing painting. And this is what I could do when I left uni. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm doing this again. Let me introduce you to, there you go. Isn't that amazing? Oh my God, I should hang this up. That's great, right? Oh my God, this is terrifying. Do you know, I was so frustrated every time I was trying to learn to paint. Yeah, just experiment, just dive in, just go for it. And that's not what I wanted. That didn't help me. I found that frustrating and hard work. This course has taken all that frustration out, all the anxiety, all the hard work, and has broken it down. Almost like this is how you tie your shoelace. And I know that sounds so basic, but that is where you start. Always start at the beginning. When I showed a friend of mine this painting, the first thing he said to me was, what's with the floating doors? And just in case you missed them, here are the floating doors. Funny, right? Oh my God, the first time, do you know, I never even noticed the doors weren't attached to anything, because in my head, I saw the room that we were in. I knew where the doors belonged, but I forgot to actually put them in the painting. So every time I see it now, I see floating doors. So that's where I was when I left uni. This is the last painting I did yesterday or the day before with this course. This is my last painting for block 1, part 20 for the Evolve course. What amazes me is when I saw this picture, the photo that we had to paint from, I didn't think in a million years I could do it. I thought, there is absolutely no way I'm going to be able to do that. Now, there are a couple of things with this painting that I got feedback on, which is perfect because I am learning, but I am so proud. So compare that to my floating doors. Oh my God, it just cracks me up. If you want to learn to oil paint, I would recommend that you dive in and try the Evolve. No, take the Evolve Artist Training Program. You will not regret it. It is phenomenal. And it sounds like you must be sponsored because you are just bigging them up. I'm bigging it up because it's flipping amazing. And I am showing you my experience. I have shown you my work. I've shown you my experience. And I've got absolutely zero reason to lie. What I aim for, my hope, is to inspire and encourage fellow creatives, fellow artists to be and do their best. Whether you're an author, writer, potter, painter, it really doesn't matter. If there's something that I can encourage you with, I will. That's my recommendation, the Evolve Artist Training Program. It really has been a phenomenal addition to my skills and training as an artist. And I do think as a creative, you never stop learning. So this is the Shai Creative. If you enjoyed this video, if it inspired you, if it's given you food for thought, I will put a link to their website in the show notes. Check out the next video. Don't take shortcuts with your art. I'm Denver Shai, and thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.